Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I would like to talk about doubt. Because this is one of the number one feelings that one will experience if you have dealt with a narcissist. And why it's so important to understand what is going on, so you can prevent being narcissistically abused in the future. You see, narcissistic abuse isn't straightforward in a great many cases. We have a term in the narcissistic abuse community, and that is ambient abuse. Meaning, it's kind of like static electricity in the air. You might not be able to see it, but you have a feeling it's there. But even then, a great many will doubt what they are experiencing. And the reason why is the narcissist is just that good at what they do and how they execute their plan. You see, most narcissists, even the less sophisticated ones, know they have to do some prep work or they will have to design a setup. And that usually consists of treating you very well for a decent amount of time. Now there are some narcissists that are brash and don't care, and treat everyone bad, and talk down to this person or that person. And though no one wants to be talked to in that manner, and if talked down to by someone like that long enough, even if there is no cloaking of their behavior, that too can have damaging effects on one's mental health. Because the target might start to second guess their worth in society and they might think this is all they are good for, to be talked down to or abused. But the truth is, most narcissists know they have to cloak their behavior and draw you in. Because even if you've been abused in the past narcissistically or in other ways, if someone just shows up into your life right out of the gate with verbal abuse and mistreatment, most people, even those that have been abused a lifetime, will likely walk away from such a person if they can. This is why the setup is so important for the narcissist, and it's what makes their target really start to second guess themselves and reality. They might show up into your life and treat you like a good friend or someone they are interested in dating, or a neighbor they want to get to know better. They will praise your abilities in the things you are good at. Maybe you are good with arts and crafts and they will say how wonderful they are. Or maybe you do well fixing cars and they will compliment on how handy you are. Then out of nowhere, months and sometimes years later, they will slowly, or in some cases out of nowhere, abruptly verbally abuse you, regarding how you are now in their eyes terrible at these things they once praised you for. And if they do this in a slow ambient way, meaning they take little jabs at you here and there and try to disguise them as jokes, or they might humiliate you in front of others, you will start to rethink everything. Your friendship with this person, and the things you thought you were good at. And then while your mind is racing, they, meaning the narcissist, might pull you back in with more good treatment to confuse you once again. The main goal for the narcissist is to push and pull you so much that eventually they no longer need to treat you nicely, and they can treat you badly all of the time, to the point where you will doubt everything about yourself. And when you doubt yourself, you stop trying to better yourself, and you stop succeeding. You see, God has given you wonderful gifts, and Satan doesn't want you to use them. And the best thing Satan can do is make you feel like these gifts aren't really gifts, or to make you feel like you aren't good at any of these talents that God has blessed you with. Maybe you are great at motivational speaking, yet you were told you have a terrible voice and no one will ever listen to what you have to say. Maybe you want to become something that revolves around your passions and true talents God has given to you, and you are told you are delusional. Again, this goes back to what I've said before. Be careful what you tell people. But the tactic and the method that Satan and the narcissist uses is doubt. Because if they can get you to doubt yourself, they see it as game over. Satan tries to convince people all of the time they aren't forgiven and God doesn't love them. He whispers in their ear, if God loved you, why would he do this to you? Why would he do that to you? All to get into your head and to have you throw away your faith over doubt. And the narcissist does the same thing. Because remember, The narcissist is a very envious and angry individual. No matter the mask they wear. That's who they are. And when you aren't moving forward and you aren't doing well, that is where they find their job. But when you start moving forward and accomplishing things, that's when they get bitter and angry and upset. Narcissists will even ghost people they just met to make the other person doubt themselves. Or they will ghost someone they have been friends with for years. All because they want to live rent-free in their head. They will again pretend to have a lot of interest in you and your life. And then poof, they are gone. No warning. No nothing. And they know that there is a big chance you will be left thinking you did something wrong or you said something wrong. They hope you will pore over your conversations and text messages looking for clues of where you might have said or did something wrong. Because the narcissist loves to gain supply on what they can relish or think you are doing. Even when you aren't around them. I know this man or woman likes me. I'm going to string them along and then disappear. And I know it's going to really bake their noodle. This is what the narcissist is thinking. And you see, when you know this is what they do and why they do it, you will be stronger when it happens to you. Sure. It will hurt. But you will be able to get back up on your horse and keep on going. Because God is with you. Stop doubting that God is in your life. Stop doubting His forgiveness of your sins. And stop doubting your abilities. Abilities that God has given you. Because when you start doubting, that is when the narcissist and Satan can get their claws into your life and have you moving around to the beat of their evil destructive drum. All until you are no more. And then they will move on to someone else and do the same thing all over again. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.